I think one of the things that I've seen in the craniofacial world and craniofacial orthodontics is the collapse in the body, dysfunctional breathing, and a lot of that has to do with the mirrored posture, the mimicked posture in families. And to watch a mother change the way she holds herself and moves herself and how that maps over to a child, it's literally one of the most profound things I've ever witnessed. And also, I think about the way that that child will move through the world because their body is not going to hold these compressed, tense, dysfunctional postural mimicry patterns that are going to cause dysfunctional breathing. And the thing that's been the most potent for me to witness too is the ways that children will open their body during sleep. So we have kids that no longer snore, no longer grind their teeth, no longer, have apnea because they're tucking or flexing, but they have this ability to do this during the night according to what their nervous system needs in different phases of sleep. And they're also sleeping next to either in the family bed compound or next to the mother or whatever in these postures that they've witnessed and experienced in these very slow subconscious moments, right? And it's unbelievably profound to me. It's been one of the best things I've literally ever seen in my life.
When we first started doing it and you told me about, and what you guys do is amazing because I had no idea babies had all these problems. I was like,
It's a big deal.
what?
It's a big
Until
deal.
I met you, and I was just like, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. This is terrible about
Yeah.
babies all having so many problems. And you said, oh, and the babies are going to be able to do all this stuff because they do bowspring. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
I love
okay.
the skepticism.
I was kind of like,
yeah, sure.
okay. And I was like, well, we'll see, I guess. But then I would get like email like after one class.
Yeah.
Wow,
Our
yep.
kids are sleeping with their mouth closed.
Yeah.
Showing my baby's latching and drinking now from one class. And I thought about Central Channel. And I was like, and they showed me pictures.
Yes.
And I'm like, what? And so it's just like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was the person that was like, really?
Yeah, the
Is that
skeptic.
going to work?
It's okay. I've written a lot of academic papers on this, actually. It's in my cache. The documentation is real, and the evidence is real. And, if people want to talk about not being scientific, oh, yes, sis, totally documenting this as we're going along because the evidence is in the having. It's here. Yeah.
And you had already held this philosophy of do with versus do to. You're looking at this in the clinical spaces. You're looking at this in these industries. And then you discover bowspring and you're like, oh my gosh, not only is this a tool, it's foundational.
Yes.
Foundational for the evidence of their life of what can happen when you go from looking at a child's symptom, labeling it as a problem, thinking you need to do all these things to fix it, treat the child, flipping that into, oh my goodness, this is a reflection of the entire family story. What can I create within my own body, with my own resourcing, with my own power? And I just feel like that is the experience people are having is, oh, I had it all along.
Autonomy in your body, having your experience, living life to your fullest. That's what we're here for.